7 places to touch a woman for the first time, non creepy, advice for beginners. Leave a like on the video my love, and if you are new to the channel subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. Hey there, it's Pamela Raquel. Today we're diving into the art of that electric first touch with a woman you're vibing with. You know, those moments where a gentle graze or well-timed handhold can send sparks flying. Let's break down some smooth moves to try when the moment feels right. Before we get started, if you feel like you could use a little expert advice in your dating life, there's a link in the description or pinned comment to book a free 60-minute strategy call with one of our experts. Now let's dive in. 1. Cheek caress. Picture this, you're deep in conversation, maybe sharing a laugh or a meaningful moment. If the emotional intimacy is there, try brushing the back of your hand lightly across her cheek. It's a tender gesture that shows you feel that special connection. The key here is reading her body language and the overall vibe. Is she leaning into you, making strong eye contact, touching you in return? Those are green lights that a cheek caress could be the perfect way to physically express the closeness you're feeling. But remember, this isn't a move to bust out when you first meet someone or if things feel purely platonic. A cheek touch is for when there's already a warm, flirty energy flowing and you want to take it to the next level in a gentlemanly way. Think of it as a physical whisper that says, "I'm really feeling this special moment with you." And if she smiles or blushes, you know you've struck the right chord. 2. Knee touch under table. Alright, let's talk about the classic under the table knee touch. This one's perfect for those moments when you're sitting across from each other, maybe on a dinner date or at a cozy cafe, and the banter and chemistry are on point. When she cracks a joke that has you both cracking up or when the conversation takes a flirty turn, try giving her knee a brief gentle touch under the table. It's like a secret signal between the two of you, acknowledging that spark and inside joke. The beauty of this move is in its subtlety. It's a blink and you'll miss it moment that feels intimate and exciting. It's not about being handsy or aggressive, but rather about creating a private connection in a public space. Of course, as with any physical touch, gauging her reaction is crucial. Does she smile, giggle, and maybe even touch you back? Those are signs she's digging the playful vibe you've created. But if she seems uncomfortable or moves away, take the hint and dial it back. The knee touch is a fun move in the right setting but never at the expense of her comfort level. Read the room, respect her boundaries, and enjoy the thrill of a well-timed graze when the moment calls for it. 3. Holding hands. Next up, let's dive into the timeless art of handholding. This one's a classic for a reason. It's a simple yet powerful way to establish a physical connection and show your affection. Whether you're on a scenic stroll or sitting side by side, reaching for her hand can be a total heart melter. The key is to make it feel natural and unforced. If you're walking together, let your hands brush against each other a few times, gauging her reaction. If she seems receptive, try gently interlocking your fingers with hers. It's a gesture that says, "I want to be close to you," without being too overwhelming. When you're sitting together, whether on a park bench or cozying up on the couch, you can also try resting your hand palm up on your leg as an invitation for her to slip her hand into yours. It's a subtle move that puts the ball in her court and lets her decide if she wants to take the physical connection further. Remember, handholding is all about the context and the mood. It's perfect for those moments when you're feeling a strong emotional connection and want to express it through touch. But if she seems hesitant or pulls away, don't force it. The goal is to create a comfortable, consensual space where you can both enjoy the simple pleasure of holding hands when the time is right. 4. Arm wrapping. Picture this, you're on a romantic walk, the conversation is flowing, and you can't help but feel drawn to her. That's when the arm wrap comes in. It's a smooth way to show your affection and make her feel protected and cherished in the moment. As you're walking side by side, try gently placing your arm around her shoulders or waist, drawing her close to you. The key is to keep it brief and respectful. This isn't about clinging on or getting too handsy. It's a momentary gesture that says, "I'm here with you, and I'm loving this connection we have." Of course, reading her body language is crucial. If she leans into you and seems to enjoy the closeness, that's a great sign. But if she stiffens up or pulls away, take the cue and give her some space. The arm wrap is all about creating a comfortable, consensual moment of physical connection, not pushing boundaries. When done right, this move can be a total butterfly inducer. It's a way to make her feel special and cared for while also showing your confident, affectionate side. So the next time you're on a dreamy walk with your crush, consider a gentle arm wrap to take things to the next level. 5. Whispering in her ear. Alright, let's talk about the art of the whisper. There's something undeniably intimate and exciting about leaning in close and whispering something in her ear. Whether you're sharing a private joke or paying her a sweet compliment, this move can be a total game changer when it comes to building sexual tension. The key is to make sure the context is right. You don't want to be whispering in her ear out of nowhere or in a setting that feels inappropriate. Wait for a moment when you're already physically close and the vibe is flirty and comfortable. Maybe you're at a crowded bar and want to say something that only she can hear, or maybe you're cuddled up watching a movie and want to share a thoughtful observation. When you do lean in to whisper, make sure your breath is warm and your voice is low and gentle. You want her to feel the closeness and the anticipation but not to be overwhelmed or uncomfortable. And of course, pay attention to her reaction. Does she lean into you, giggle, or whisper something back? Those are all signs that she's enjoying the intimate moment you've created. Remember, the whisper is a powerful tool in your flirting arsenal, but it's not about being creepy or invasive. Use it sparingly and always prioritize her comfort and boundaries. When done right, a well-timed whisper can be the perfect way to take your connection to the next level. 6. Nape of neck touch. Now, let's explore a move that's a little more advanced but can be incredibly effective when done right, the nape of the neck touch. This is a highly sensual area, so it's important to tread carefully and make sure the moment is right. One smooth way to incorporate this move is while adjusting her collar or necklace. If you're already in close proximity and the vibe is flirty, you might offer to help straighten her necklace or brush a stray hair off her collar. As you do so, let your fingertips graze the nape of her neck ever so lightly. It's a barely there touch that can send shivers down her spine. Another opportunity might arise while you're hugging or dancing close. If your hand naturally falls near the nape of her neck, you might gently caress that area with your thumb, almost absent-mindedly. It's a subtle move that can feel incredibly intimate and sensual. Of course, as with any physical touch, it's crucial to read her reactions and respect her boundaries. The nape of the neck is a sensitive and personal area, so make sure you have a strong rapport and clear consent before going there. When executed with care and confidence, this move can be a powerful way to spark desire and intensify your connection. 7. Quick peck on the cheek. This one's a classic for a reason. It's a sweet, affectionate way to greet or say goodbye to someone you care about. Of course, it's important to consider your relationship with the person before going in for a cheek kiss. When the moment feels right, lean in swiftly and plant a light, gentle kiss on her cheek. The key is to keep it brief and casual. This isn't a lingering, dramatic smooch. It's a friendly gesture that shows you're comfortable with physical affection and enjoy her company. One thing to keep in mind is hygiene. Make sure your breath is fresh and your lips aren't chapped or dry. You want the experience to be pleasant for her, not cringeworthy. As with any physical contact, gauge her reaction. Does she smile, blush, or maybe even return the favor? Those are good signs that she appreciated the gesture. But if she seems uncomfortable or turns away, don't push it. A peck on the cheek is a nice way to show affection, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. Read the room and respect her boundaries always. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. Why patterns in your dating life aren't a coincidence, and how to fix psychology of attraction. Hey there, it's Pamela Raquel. Ever feel like you're stuck in a dating Groundhog Day, reliving the same patterns and pitfalls over and over again? Well, I've got news for you. Those recurring themes in your love life aren't just coincidences, they are the result of deeply rooted psychological factors that shape your romantic choices, often without you even realizing it. In this video, we will explore the hidden forces behind your dating patterns and, more importantly, what you can do to break free and find the fulfilling relationship you deserve. Before we start, if you are curious about some personalized dating advice, why not take advantage of a free 60-minute strategy call with one of our coaches? Check the link in the description or pinned comment. Now, let's dive in. The role of physical attraction in recurring patterns. First up, let's talk about the elephant in the room, physical attraction. Now, I know what you're thinking, of course, I'm drawn to people I find attractive. What's wrong with that? And you're right, there's nothing inherently wrong with being attracted to certain physical qualities. But here's the thing, if you are consistently pursuing partners based solely on their looks, you might be setting yourself up for a pattern of short-lived, unfulfilling relationships. You see, when we are blinded by physical attraction, we often overlook other important factors like compatibility, shared values, and emotional connection. We might find ourselves drawn to the same type of person over and over again, even if those relationships never seem to work out in the long run. But here's the good news, once you recognize this pattern, you can start to break free from it. Instead of letting your lizard brain take the wheel, try to approach potential partners with a more holistic perspective. Sure, physical attraction is important, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. By prioritizing qualities like kindness, intelligence, and a shared sense of humor, you will be much more likely to find a partner who not only turns your head but also captures your heart. So the next time you find yourself falling for a pretty face, take a step back and ask yourself, is this person truly compatible with me, or am I just chasing a fleeting rush of attraction? The answer might just be the key to breaking your pattern and finding lasting love. Repeating comfort zones. Alright, guys, let's move on to another common culprit behind repetitive dating patterns, the comfort zone. We all have a certain type of partner that feels familiar and safe, whether it's the strong, silent type or the free-spirited artist. And while there's nothing wrong with having preferences, sometimes our comfort zones can keep us stuck in a rut. Think about it, if you're constantly seeking out partners who fit a certain mold, you might be missing out on opportunities for growth and excitement. You are essentially recreating the same relationship over and over again, even if it's not truly fulfilling your needs. But here's the thing, stepping outside of your comfort zone can be scary, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. By opening yourself up to new types of people and experiences, you might just discover a side of yourself you never knew existed. So how do you break free from your dating comfort zone? Start by challenging your assumptions about what you want in a partner. Instead of going for your usual type, try saying yes to someone who doesn't fit your normal criteria. You might be surprised by just how much you enjoy their company. Remember, growth often happens outside of our comfort zones, so be brave, be open, and be ready to embrace the unknown. Your perfect match might just be waiting on the other side of your fear. Reinforcements of personal beliefs through partners. Now, let's dig a little deeper into the psychology behind our dating patterns. One of the sneakiest ways our minds keep us stuck in a rut is by seeking out partners to reinforce our existing beliefs about ourselves and the world. For example, if you believe that you are not worthy of love, you might subconsciously choose partners who treat you poorly because it confirms your negative self-image. Or if you believe that all relationships are doomed to fail, you might sabotage your own happiness by picking partners who are emotionally unavailable or commitment phobic. It's a vicious cycle because every time you have a relationship that fits your beliefs, it only serves to strengthen those beliefs. You start to think, see, I knew I wasn't lovable, or I told you relationships never work out. But here's the thing, guys, your beliefs are not set in stone. They are malleable, and they can be changed with conscious effort and self-reflection. The first step is to identify the beliefs that might be holding you back in your dating life. Do you have any negative assumptions about yourself or relationships that keep popping up? Once you've pinpointed these limiting beliefs, start challenging them. Look for evidence that contradicts your assumptions and start reframing your thoughts in a more positive light. And most importantly, start choosing partners who lift you up and support your growth rather than reinforcing your fears. Remember, your beliefs shape your reality, so if you want to change your dating patterns, start by changing the story you tell yourself. Believe that you are worthy of love, and watch as your relationships start to reflect that truth. The thrill of the chase. Alright, guys, let's talk about a dating pattern that's as old as time, the thrill of the chase. We've all been there, right? You meet someone new, and suddenly the pursuit becomes all-consuming. You are texting all day, planning grand gestures, and getting a rush from every bit of progress you make. But here's the thing, sometimes we get so caught up in the chase that we forget to ask ourselves if we actually want the prize at the end. We are more addicted to the excitement of pursuit than we are to the idea of a stable, committed relationship. And that's where things can get tricky because once the chase is over and the novelty wears off, we might find ourselves feeling bored or unfulfilled. We start itching for that next rush, even if it means leaving a perfectly good relationship behind. So how do you break free from the cycle of the chase? Start by getting honest with yourself about what you really want. Are you looking for a long-term partner, or are you more interested in the short-term thrill of conquest? If you do want something lasting, try to shift your focus from the pursuit to the connection. Instead of getting caught up in the game, take the time to really get to know your partner on a deeper level. Build a foundation of trust, intimacy, and shared values, and watch as the excitement of the chase transforms into the contentment of a genuine bond. Remember, the real prize isn't the conquest, it's the love and companionship that comes after. So don't be afraid to slow down, be present, and invest in the relationship that's right in front of you. The sunk cost fallacy in dating. Now, let's talk about a dating trap that's easy to fall into but hard to escape, the sunk cost fallacy. This is the idea that we are more likely to stick with something if we've already invested a lot of time, energy, or resources into it, even if it's not making us happy. In the context of dating, this might look like staying in an unfulfilling relationship because you've been together for years, or continuing to pursue someone who's clearly not interested because you've already put so much effort into the chase. But here's the thing, guys, just because you've invested in something doesn't mean you have to see it through to the bitter end. In fact, sometimes the bravest and most self-loving thing you can do is to cut your losses and move on. I know it's not easy to walk away from something you've poured your heart into, but think about it this way: every moment you spend in a dead-end relationship or pining after someone who doesn't reciprocate your feelings is a moment not spent on finding true happiness and fulfillment. So how do you break free from the sunk cost fallacy? Start by getting honest with yourself about the state of your relationship or pursuit. Is it truly bringing you joy, or are you just holding on out of habit or fear? If you realize that you are investing in something that's not serving you, give yourself permission to let it go. Trust that there are better things waiting for you on the other side of your comfort zone, and that your time and energy are too valuable to waste on something that's not meant for you. Remember, life is too short to stay stuck in a situation that's not making you happy, so be brave, be honest, and be willing to cut your losses when necessary. Your future self will thank you. Self-sabotage in romantic relationships. Okay, it's time to get real about one of the most insidious dating patterns out there, self-sabotage. This is when we unconsciously do things to undermine our own happiness and success in relationships, often without even realizing it. Self-sabotage can take many forms, like pushing away a great partner because you are afraid of getting hurt, or constantly picking fights because you don't feel worthy of love. It's a defense mechanism that's meant to protect us from vulnerability and pain, but in reality, it only ends up causing more of both. So why do we self-sabotage? Often, it stems from deep-seated fears and insecurities that we may not be aware of. Maybe we witnessed a lot of unhealthy relationships growing up, or maybe we've been hurt in the past and are terrified of it happening again. But here's the thing, self-sabotage is a choice, even if it doesn't feel like one. Every time we engage in a behavior that undermines our own happiness, we are choosing fear over love and comfort over growth. So how do we break free from the cycle of self-sabotage? The first step is to get honest with ourselves about our patterns. Do we have a history of pushing people away or picking partners who are emotionally unavailable? Do we constantly find ourselves in situations that feel like déjà vu? Once we've identified our self-sabotaging behaviors, we can start to challenge the beliefs and fears that underlie them. This might mean working with a therapist or coach to unpack our past experiences and develop new coping mechanisms. It might also mean practicing self-compassion and learning to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a good friend. Remember, breaking free from self-sabotage is a process, not a destination. It takes time, patience, and a willingness to get comfortable. But on the other side of that discomfort is a world of possibility where we can finally allow ourselves to be seen, loved, and accepted for who we truly are. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. Secret signs a shy girl likes you. How to know if a shy girl wants you: she is shy in love. Let's paint the scene, shall we? You're on a first date with an absolutely gorgeous girl, but she's very shy, and so you've got all of these thoughts running through your head. For example, does she like me? Am I saying the right thing? Maybe she's not shy, she's feeling bored. Now, you could come right out and ask her, but, well, that's going to open the window for rejection, and no one likes to be rejected, especially face to face, right? So, what should you do? Well, you can search online for some answers to find out if any secret signs show that a girl likes you. And you know what? That's where we come in. Today, shy girls are on a very different level from any other type of lady. They will show you all the signs that you need to know. But if you don't know them, then the signs are kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack. A confident woman will show the obvious signs that she likes you, the signs that are used in movies and rom-com series, so you know exactly what you are getting from them. You know exactly where you stand. Whereas, for the shy girls, they are very different. So here are some signs to look out for when you are trying to pursue a shy girl and you want to know if she feels the same way about you. Here we go. Like and subscribe. She always smiles. When you spend time with someone that you have feelings for, let's be honest, it's impossible not to smile. The idea that you get to be in their presence and talk to them instantly puts a smile on your face, even if it's nothing special. You could be running errands, and I will guarantee that if a girl likes you, she will walk around with the biggest smile on her face. And if you find that when you are talking to a shy girl, and she smiles constantly when she is around you, this is a huge sign that she likes you too. And by the end of the day, her cheeks will hurt so much from smiling. And a bonus tip for you is if you smile at her from across the room before you approach her, and she instantly mirrors your smile, well, she's been looking at you for a very long time and is waiting for you to initiate conversation. A shy girl doesn't like to make the first move, but she would mirror your actions to let you know that she also noticed you and is open for you to approach her. She wants to help you. Shy girls take on more of a motherly role in all of their relationships with people. So if she offers to help you with things, even if they are little tasks that you don't think you need help with, well, it's a good sign that she does like you, and she wants to be there for you in any way that she can. So if you've been on a date with a shy girl, and you have been talking to each other for a while, one of the most common ways she will try to help you is by reminding you of things that you've said that you need to do. For example, if you said in passing conversation, "I need to go to the store and get these groceries for my meal prep," well, she will remind you of this, either later on that day or the next day, because she thinks she's helping. She would also offer to go with you to the grocery store because then she gets to spend time with you, and the attention isn't on her because the reason for going to the grocery store is for you. It's kind of a win-win for a shy girl, and it's a win-win for you too. Open body language. Body language is one of the most complex yet effective ways to find out if someone does like you. If they can't use words to express themselves, the actions and the way that their body reacts when in your presence will tell you what you want to know. So if she's displaying open body language and crossing her arms and pointing her torso in your direction, it's a great sign. She leans in towards you. If you are walking beside each other, her body will lean in towards you, almost like a magnet connecting. This is because she feels comfortable around you, and, well, she wants to be as close as possible without it being awkward. She fiddles with objects. Shy girls can be extremely nervous around people that they like because they don't like the idea of rejection, and more than often, they don't have a lot of confidence in themselves and just assume that feelings are not reciprocated. So if she fiddles with her fingers, the hem on her shirt, or anything in her hands while she's talking to you, she's trying to calm her nerves without making it obvious. It's a good sign that you make her nervous because then you know that she likes you. But try your best to calm her nerves, as sometimes the nerves can get too much, and she could pull away completely out of fear of embarrassing herself. She is in close position. One of the easiest ways to find out if a girl likes you is the way that she positions her body when interacting with you. For example, if you're sitting next to each other on a sofa or sitting across from each other at a table, look at her knees. If they are pointing towards you, it's a great sign. It means she's engaged in the conversation and feels comfortable around you. And if her arms are relaxed by her side, this is also a good sign. She touches you. If a shy girl likes you but doesn't want to tell you, she will find any way that she can to touch you without overstepping boundaries. For example, if you make her laugh, she might touch your arm at the same time a little bit but not too much that it becomes obvious. She might push your hands past your leg if you're sitting next to each other to subconsciously remind you she's sitting beside you. She giggles a lot. I know, as cliché as it might sound, girls will giggle when they are around someone that they like. It's a natural reaction, and 9 times out of 10, they don't have control over the pitch or the length of that giggle. It could be a nervous reaction, or it could be because they see girls in movies do this and have grown up with the perception that they need to get like this around the guys that they like. This is a good thing for you because you know as soon as a girl giggles, then that means she does like you. And you've also made her laugh, which is a bonus. The social media interaction. Girls who lack self-confidence may use social media as a crutch to help them attract your attention. Rather than talking to you face to face, they do this by liking your Instagram pictures, commenting on your social media posts, and sharing anything that they can to help you. For instance, if you share a post about a missing dog, they will share it too in the hopes that you notice that they're trying to help too. It sounds very simple, but for shy girls, it can be the perfect barrier between their comfort zone and you. The idea of being rejected is daunting to most people. So sitting behind a screen and offering virtual assistance and little pokes here and there to capture your attention sounds a lot safer to them. They may comment with a couple of heart eye emojis on your selfies to branch out and let you know they find you attractive. But this is where they would draw the line in stepping out of their comfort zone. These are some signs that will show you that a shy girl likes you, even if she doesn't come out and say it herself. No one likes to be rejected, so you can't blame a shy girl for not wanting to tell you she likes you, especially if she just presumes that you don't like her back. But once you notice the signs, you can act accordingly. So next time you're out and about or you're on a date with a girl that you like, scan over her body language and how she is positioned across from you. Do you think she likes you? Well, do yourself a favor, don't come right out and ask her because that would be awkward for the both of you. But if you think she is showing the signs, then, by all means, ask her on another date, kiss her at the end of the day, or tell her that you like her and open that door.